Um, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Um, please subscribe because we need to go live. There are things we need to learn, and if you're gonna go live, then you're not. It will delay the process. Um, and many of you, if you're subscribing to my channel, um, for the purpose of soul binding, soul tie with me, um, you're making the biggest mistake because when you soul tie with me, you're asking for trouble. When you try to soul binding with me, you're asking for trouble. I went to Umoja Lounge. Every single time that I entered there, the Marine Kingdom team, it's like they are in the ocean. They are fishing. The minute that I entered the office, uh, it's like they are fishing to soul tie with me. I just click in and clock out. Why? I don't want your energy in me. Because anyone that is doing these things or in a terrible vibration, you are disconnected to the entire world around you. And that's the issue. You want spiritual powers. You want spiritually to be spiritual, to have access to the Holy Spirit. Yet you're going the opposite side of the Holy Spirit. You're thank you. Um, Yesterday, um, God ministered something to me about homosexuality, how common it is in California, and how comfortable it is in California to be homosexual, how acceptable it is in California to be homosexual than to be black. and and then God gave me this ministered this to me that homosexuality is a state of mind, and however, my complexion is a way of life. And God was like, why? And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I it did not click in my brain. And then God started ministering to me. Homosexuality is something that you have decided. It's a decision you made. It's an emotion. You either do it or you don't. Um, you can wake up tomorrow, God have an encounter with you, or you have a conversation with someone, and the conversation is so deep that you said, okay, I do not want to do this anymore. I am done. And it has been done. We've seen it all over. You transition to a man, from a man to a woman. You can always go back and detransition, go back to the way God created you. But there is nothing I can do about this. There is nothing a white person can do about their skin complexion. That is their way of life. That is how God created them. So why is it that it's so comfortable to be homosexual, but it's not comfortable? It's acceptable to be homosexual. Homosexuals are acceptable in California and in other part of the world, but it is not acceptable. We are being discriminated against because of our complexion. And that pretty much opened up a new way of thinking with me because I didn't see this. Uh, I didn't even think about these, but and it makes sense. But why would you be comfortable with something that your mind you can decide whether to do or not to do, but it is not comfortable for you to associating yourself with someone that that has nothing to do with the way they look. There is nothing that they can change. They cannot wake up and says a black person says, "Oh, I want to be black today. I want to be white today." Or a white person says, "Oh, you know what? I'm tired of being white. Let me just go back and be black." No, they can do that. You're either white, you're either black, or you're either in between. And but that there is nothing you can do about that because this is how you were brought up in on this planet. So why is that is you accept someone that is going against the law of God. Homosexuality is the law of the Roman Empire. It is not the Israelites' law. Um, and but you're comfortable with that, and you attack people if they talk about that. Well, you don't attack people when they talk about black people. You don't attack people when they talk about other nationality. You don't attack them, or you don't stand up for them. In fact, you come up together. You come up together and trying to destroy these people. I don't see anyone attack anybody that slandered Asian, or is destroying, trying to destroy an Asian person or Asian people. I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing, and it's not just black. It's just our way of thinking. You accept something that your mind can decide whether to do it or not, but you do not accept something that cannot be changed. Planet Earth, we have to accept planet Earth because this is how God created planet Earth. We can try to put aesthetically we can make it pleasing to us. It's the same thing. Aesthetically, we can do things to our body to make it more pleasing to somebody else, or to the way the world will accept us. But as far as our complexion, the way there is nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. And you cannot hate something that the person cannot do anything about it. You're going to have to accept it, live with it, enjoy it, see the beauty of it. Ask yourself question, why would God do that? Why is that God created so many white people, and why God created this person white and not that person white? Why? And if you cannot find your why, you cannot understand why, you don't get an answer, you accept it. However, you're not going to tell me, oh, God created you as a homosexual, because that's not the truth. It is not the truth. You have chosen. You, you have chosen to do whatever it is to aesthetically make it acceptable to the world, or the way you have aesthetically changed it to make it more pleasing to you, or to the world, or to whatever. But that's not how God created you. This is not what God says. You're going the opposite way, and you don't want me to speak about that. And if I speak about it, you're going to torture me, you're going to spiritually attack me, you're going to slander me, you're going to hate me, you're going to block my path, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy, insane. You are insane. And I do not have solution for insane people.